Yo, I'm at Hotel Kilarion in Oslo. I've been walking for since I came 4 o'clock. Now it's 6:30, and I go on these mindfulness trips to Oslo, and I haven't, just to go a little autistic on you, I haven't counted those hours in the 3 hour a day meditation experiment, but they are just as useful, I think. There's been many of them. It's it's been it's been basically other people go to work or do something important. I wait with the important things, and I go to the city to walk and look at people and environment, and it is a good exercise as well for my mental clarity and the path that I'm on, the reason why I'm doing so much meditation. And that's because when I'm out there in the world, okay, I see things, it challenges me immediately and it also creates a trigger and something to work with, something to meditate on or meditate through. Sometimes, after a certain amount of silence, it's very two-sided. So, I mean, it can be extremely useful and profound to spend an extended time period in silence. That's what meditation retreats are for, okay? And the teacher there will probably say the longer you do this, the better. And I think it's something worth trying. It was very helpful for me. I wouldn't be having this disciplined 3 hour routine if it weren't for the retreat. And that 3 hour routine has been so brought so many good fruits. So there's that, and then there's the other side, that it can be too much. I mean, you don't have any. You're not being tested by your day-to-day life. Okay, when you're at a retreat, although subconscious stuff is coming up instead, which might be just as useful to look at. While we're stimulated, maybe they don't come up as much. However, I also think that being in the world and also see, okay, every time the mind is doing something, every time you see an attractive person and you look at the person, they look at you or they don't look at you, and you feel like, oh, I should have said hi, or I have to break this eye contact here, and then noticing that self-consciousness come and also see the emptiness of that self-consciousness, that all those body sensations that come with being self-aware, and all the feelings that gets fired up in the body, and the sensations and mental thoughts, all that stuff. Okay, that's stuff to work with. That's the mind. Okay, even if it's the body, it's this. I call it the mind, the experience, the field of experience, and keeping that interest in that meditational interest and perspective on all mental, emotional, physical, experiential phenomena that is happening. Walking around in the real world can be a very good practice if you have your attention inward at the experience. You see how all this stuff, the self-consciousness and and the feelings and the excitement and the depression and the self-criticism and self-narcissism and admiration is all process. Intention, attention, craving attention, wanting anything. That's what it's about. That's just as important, if not more. That's more important than having a 2-hour discipline per day or 20 minutes or whatever it is. It's the attitude and the interest of wanting to look into one's experience and seeing it fully and embrace it all and see it as what it is, which is process, experiential process. It's phenomena coming and going. And next to that, I also want to update on something. And I want to get up the camera now because I might regret if I don't report these subtle but nice things that are happening here. And that's I the more dramatic and powerful stuff so far for me has mostly been in the year 2016, 17, and 18. 2019, things started to calm down, and 2020 calmed down also even more perhaps, but also because of that retreat and the habit that I built there, meditation habit, things are becoming more interesting, and there is a momentum going that I think I have a good feeling will be interesting. So now it's about, so this beginning of this week, it was heart stuff, self stuff in the heart, feeling the self, the home feeling of Fred and the man behind Fred, and the me, home, here. You know what I'm talking about? Essentially, the way it is to be you. Now, that feeling can go deeper and deeper and get very intimate. And in my experience this week, pretty heart-opening feelings of love. And then it blocks, and then I don't know if it blocks or if I'm feeling through a layer, perhaps. Probably feeling through layers. And there are probably lots more layers to go. I mean, they talk about infinite love, right? And I've experienced that, infinite love. Or that I haven't experienced all of the infinite love because it's infinite, but I've had good experiences that pointed towards, it's probably infinite. So this week started with that, and now a couple days ago it started going, okay, I couldn't feel much in the heart, but I could watch more mental processes, core processes. We also call them formations in Vipassana, in the head. I mean, it's not really in the head, but it feels like the focus is more here now, and the mental stuff going on, processes of intentions and wanting and attention and everything, including everything that the mind is doing, and seeing the emptiness of that, and seeing the casuality of all of that as just process with no actual self starting them or doing them. So, and that is, it feels like the focus is up here now, and maybe in some traditions they will refer to that as crown chakra work or opening of crown chakra, During my first major breakthrough, which happened in 2016, my most dramatic breakthrough of all of the ones I've had, because it was a permanent breakthrough, where it felt like 90% of my head was disappearing. I recorded some of that right after it happened. I'll link to the video if I remember. But yeah, I also felt then an opening here, but it's been a while since. It was mostly about the third eye, if we want to use the chakra map system, the third eye, around that time of what I call the first big shift, okay? A lot of third eye stuff, and also over the next 7 months, energy going up the system here, spreading, but mostly mostly here, and I think some, heart stuff happening, but I think the third eye was essential. And then and now maybe something here is about to open. That would be very cool. I think. Anyway, it doesn't really matter what it is or what it is in the chakra map or something. The important thing is that I feel like I'm getting to see some, there's always been this person or a sense of a doer and a seer in the back of the skull, looking through the eyes, okay? And it's like now it's shifting over the past, I don't know how long, but let's say a couple months. It's been shifting from looking through here, and I've realized that it's never really been looking through here. It's been sensations, in the head around here that are just ignorant and unaware, and that creates the illusion of something that just sees out of here. The whatever I've ever thought looking out here is actually more looking up in the skull now. That's probably the easiest way to understand what I mean. It's more of a light going up instead of a weird entity person looking out. Okay, and it's still working. It's not fully, there's no full circle yet on that, but it is interesting to see this this new process happening. I still struggle to explain it to myself, but it's yeah, that was a pretty talkative vlog for you. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you soon, next day.